Well, every town has something special. That place that brings people together, just makes them smile. One of those places is in Jonesborough. It is the Jonesborough General Store. And today we want to welcome Vicki Brown to the Daytime Kitchen. She made the trip from the General Store and brought with her Tabitha Swinehart from Olde Towne Strength and Fitness right next door. They've been working together and collaborating and coming up with all kinds of different stuff. But she's making meatloaf on the show today, so I'm just wondering, are you gonna sample it? And
no, we'll talk about that later.
She brought her turkey and sweet potatoes over here to go along with the meatloaf.
Yes.
It's great to have y'all on the show. We got a big old group here today. So you took over the General Store.
I did.
Bought it back in 2015. You'd been in upper management at Lowe's for like 18 years.
Yeah.
And just decided I'm gonna do something totally different.
Yeah, I think I had a nervous breakdown or something.
But it's worked out great.
It has. I love it. There's no better satisfaction than owning your own business and seeing it succeed.
And let's talk a little bit about the General Store, because it has that ambiance that's created in that small town. It just fits into Jonesborough. We were over there yesterday, and just cute. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we have an old style type ice cream parlor, which if you come in, you want an old malt milkshake, we make that. And of course, get a burger with it. What better way, burger, fries, and of course a milkshake.
Got to.
We do a daily blue plate special every day. So that adds to our menu. So, but it's just a great family type Americana grill atmosphere.
And you're changing the name, getting ready to.
We are. We're in the process. We had a great friend who suggested naming it after our daughter, JJ. And it actually fits us, so we're changing it to JJ's Eatery and Ice Cream.
Oh, very cool. Okay, and so right next door,
yes,
we have the gym that you did the same thing. You said you kind of went through the same thing, midlife crisis, throw it all away, start a gym.
Let's do something completely different.
And now you two are working together. You're because you basically went in and said, "There's nothing I can eat here."
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Actually, you can't eat anything on your menu.
So now you're working together, but we're going to start with some of the comfort foods. So go ahead and kind of tell me a little. Did you like to cook before?
Oh yeah, I love to cook. Yeah.
So that's why we're deciding. Okay, so at JJ's you've got a meatloaf. So tell me about your special meatloaf here.
Pretty much with our meatloaf, what you do is you take, just depending on how big your portion size is going to be. And right here we have about 2.5 pounds of our ground, and I use 80-20.
Okay. Because you want a little bit of that. If you go too lean, sorry. I was like, don't
I'm just
tell her
quietly.
80-20.
We definitely don't want that.
Okay.
Then what we do is we throw that in there, and we take a piece of toast, but you kind of want it a little done. As you can tell, it's really brown.
Okay.
And all we do is we pretty much just crumble it up really, really good in there. Make sure it's really fine. You don't want big chunks, because when you go to bite it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, is that bread?" And you don't want that.
Okay.
Then we take our onions, which we've already pre-chopped up, and it just depends on your flair.
Okay.
We don't put as much as most people, because I'm not a big onion fan, and when you bite into an onion, you're gonna know you're biting into an onion.
Okay.
So we would usually use, on a size this big, about 2 tablespoons, and we would just throw that in there.
Okay.
And
now JJ does approve of this meatloaf, right? Since the whole place is named after her. She likes the meatloaf.
Oh yeah, and they all help cook. I mean, she can do it all in the restaurant. She's fancy. Now, of course, you gotta have your normal ketchup.
Yes.
I mean, ketchup is a big necessity.
Ketchup is healthy, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
At least she's going to be honest.
So we'll just put a little bit more ketchup in there. I would say about 3 tablespoons of ketchup, and then you're gonna add your last, but you're not least, and I'm gonna totally ruin this word, Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
When you dump it in there, you're gonna want to make sure you mix it all together really, really good. And it'll keep adding your Worcestershire sauce until the meat is almost a brown.
Okay.
If it goes too dark, you've added way too much. So just do a little bit at a time.
Okay.
So we kind of just add it when you get it all mixed up. Throw it in a pan, throw it in your oven, and cook it depending on your size. This size right here would be about 375 for about 30-40 minutes.
Okay.
And then just keep checking it. When it's done, pull it out, throw you some ketchup on it, and put it in there and broil it.
Okay. Now you might want to do the muffs, because coming up she's going to be making her homemade macaroni and cheese. And I'm just guessing that's not a healthy option. Not at all. But we are going to talk about some healthier options and some new things that they're doing. So we'll give everybody the information. It is the General Store right now in Jonesborough, but get ready, because it's turning over to JJ's right there on East Main Street in Jonesborough. You can check them out on Facebook for more.